Sammy and Noah. Well, firstly, congratulations on being the very first virtual mascots in Wrexham Football Club's history. That's incredible, isn't it? A football team with this much history, and you're the first ever one. So congratulations. I hope you enjoy the game. Now, my name's Mark Griffiths. I'm from Wrexham's media team. And normally, before the match, the mascots will have a tour around the ground and I'll meet a few of the people inside it. And they meet me, and I show them what the media team do. So I'm going to do that for you, at least online, so you can have a virtual tour of the media work. But, of course, it's a bit different from normal. So normally, the media team are mostly in this stand. I'll do the radio commentaries during the match. And normally, that means that I'm up there. See that big white line going across? That's the media commentary bench. So on the right-hand side would probably be the person from the media team operating the scoreboard. Then next to them might be the media team person who does the match report. And then there'll be me and my co-commentators. And then next to us, usually, is the away team's reporter, radio reporter. And on the very end will be the BBC Wales and Radio Cymru reporters. So up there is where we do the commentaries, normally. Also, you see that advert there? Lowry Architects. Above that there's a white line, isn't there? The front row there is also for journalists. Mostly it's the people who do written journalism. So the Evening Leader and the Daily Post, people like that, they'll have their reporters there. And also other newspapers. So there's two different places where reporters normally go. Now, because of COVID, we can't do it that way. So the BBC people will still be up there, and the away team's commentators, and the reporters will still be there, but the media team have moved somewhere else. I got to tell you as well that normally after the game, the players would walk down the side of the pitch. See where that man's walking there? And they go into a door, and that's usually the media room. So that's where they do interviews. You've seen when they do the interviews after the game with all the adverts behind them, that's normally where they go. But we can't now, because that is where the away team changes now. If you watch the stream carefully, you'll see that the away team come out the corner of the pitch and the Wrexham team come out the tunnel in the middle of the Yale stand. So we can't interview people anymore. Instead, we interview them behind these seats. So we've made a little space with a table behind these seats so that we can interview players and the manager there. Right, let's go around this ground and I'll show you where the media team are now. So that's where we used to go, but while we have these special COVID rules, we're all up here on the Mould Road stand. Now, if you look at the top, one thing that hasn't changed is where the cameras go. That big glass room there, that's the match control centre. So that's where all the stewards and the safety people go, and the police, to watch the ground and make sure everything's safe. Next to it is the camera gantry. And there'll be a camera there for our videographer who's filming the match for us. So when you see the highlights, that's the video that you'll be watching. And there's also a camera up there for Dean Keats's analyst, because the manager wants to see what's happening in the game. Now, Dean Keats's analyst won't film it the same as the normal highlight camera person would, because the highlights camera wants to get close in. If Kwame Thomas gets kicked in the penalty area, you want to be able to see it quite close up to see if it was a foul. But Dean Keats doesn't care about that. Dean Keats wants to know where his players are and if they're in the right positions. So his cameraman will show more of the pitch and less of the details. So that's why we have two different cameras filming the games. At the very top there, can you see those white weird things sticking out between the cameras? At the very top is the new streaming camera we have, and that operates itself. We've been using cameramen actually, but that's quite a fancy piece of equipment. And I don't know if you can see it properly. I'll try and zoom in for you. Can you see something hanging off the front of the cameras? Look at the word Thompson and look up. Just under the cameras, there's something weird hanging off. It's a model eagle, because birds come and eat the grass. They eat the seeds of the grass. And if they do that, they ruin the pitch. So we've got a model of a bird up there, a bird of prey, to scare them off. Isn't that amazing? So here we are now, up where the media team go. Got my mask on now, of course. Everybody's got to wear a mask when they're in the ground near anybody. And so we've got these executive boxes up here that we're going to use. Got there, Chase does the match report. And then over there, the guys are getting ready to film the game. There's another camera there you can see. And also they'll give jobs out. Everyone's up in that box there, okay? Now, this stand has been up here for, what, 23 years, I think it is. The last stand was on a big wooden stand, and it was knocked down in it was stopped used in 1985. It wasn't knocked down for a good 12, 13 years afterwards. And that was where we used to commentate. As you can see by my grey hair, I've been doing this for a long time. And so I used to be on the roof of the stand that was here. It's a funny looking stand, as you can see. Now, when we used to be on there, it was a very strange place to commentate. You see the white box on the top? Well, we were in there on the window on the left. And that window didn't open. So when it was cold, it would be hot inside and the windows would steam up. But we couldn't open them, so we couldn't see the pitch properly. That wasn't great. They'd also have the TV cameras on top of that. And that was quite weird because it was a flat roof and the rain would come through if it wasn't closed properly. And the commentary box got quite badly damaged by the end by all the rain that was coming through. So it was quite a peculiar sort of experience doing it up there. I went on the roof once to see the camera space. It was an amazing view of Wrexham, but it was quite scary because you were really, really high up and open to all the winds. So it was quite scary up there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's our media team. Like I said, we'll record the match and do the videos, the highlights. We'll interview the players afterwards as well. We do live radio commentary, the match reports, all the social media. So all the stuff that you get that is in Wrexham's name on Wrexham's accounts, that's all done by us lot up here. So have a brilliant day as mascots. I hope you enjoy the game. Let's hope Wrexham win and do you proud. I usually ask you who your favourite players are, but your dad's already done that on a brilliant video that you made before. So enjoy the game, guys, and let's hope we get 3 points. Up the town. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any of our content, and click the bell to get notifications.